Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, Island Uncharted. Today I'm playing tourist in my hometown of Port Alberni. We're actually exploring the McMillan-Bloedel Park, also known as Cathedral Grove. Home to some very large trees. We have cedars here, we have Douglas fir that are over 800 years old. So stick around and join me on the adventure. I've grown up in this area and, sort of taken this park for granted, so to speak. It's something you just kind of get used to seeing, but a lot of people travel here from all over the world to witness these gigantic trees in the grove. A lot of the trees we have here are very old, so it's a kind of a mixed forest of red cedar as well as Douglas fir. This park can be very, very busy in the summer. They have a really poor parking system here where people were basically parking on the side of the highway, crossing at will. A lot of danger there. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later in the video. This one tree here, it's behind me. It's probably almost 6 feet tall. This tree right in front of me here is known as a big leaf maple. Super, super old tree. I mean, look how mossy that thing is. It's been here for a long time. So in front of me here, we have a typical Western red cedar. This guy is, of a significant age. It's not ancient. There's definitely forests on this island that have much larger cedars. But for public accessibility, this is a very good place to come see some of these giant cedars. So walking through here, it's like a mud bog. Throughout the park here, there's actually a number of dead trees. They actually refer to them as wildlife trees. And even though the tree's dead, they still play a pivotal role in the ecosystem of the old forest here. They can be home to birds, squirrels, home to many types of mushrooms and fungus, all sorts of different things. And we'll see if I can find an example of one of these wildlife trees I speak of. Just essentially a dead old snag, but I mean, you can see here that there's already fungus growing on it. Pretty old Douglas fir here in front of me. Definitely an old tree. Another pretty big fir here. I mean, this is me standing here, it's definitely a big tree. One of the only big gripes that I have with this park is the fact that the highway is literally right there. So it kind of diminishes from the natural experience out here in the forest. So I'm going to tell you guys a funny story. Back when I was younger, I had a couple friends and we were all about the camping. And I remember coming here as a kid. We were probably about 17 years old. And if you look behind me here, you'll see this stretch of riverbank here. We came here in the dark, parked our vehicle somewhere up the road there, and we're looking for a spot to camp. We didn't actually even realize this was a provincial park. So we set our tent up, I believe right here on this gravel bar. We had a great time until the morning. I opened the tent, and there was a bunch of people standing right where I am now, taking pictures of us. It turns out we'd actually camped in the middle of a provincial park. Oops. I also remember too, as a kid coming here, they used to actually promote fishing within this park. And the river behind me here, Cameron River, used to be super, super good fishing. I remember as kids, we used to pack our gear, pack a lunch. We'd actually hike all the way up the river, just fishing all the way along the way. Some of the best fishing memories I remember as a small child. So what we actually have here is an old root wad that's actually found its home in the middle of the creek. You can tell this has definitely been here for quite some time, just by looking at the amount of trees and foliage growing atop it. As you sort of walk around the trails here, they have a lot of descriptive signs sort of describing the local fauna from all the plants, the types of trees. So there's definitely a knowledge aspect to this park as well. So back in 1997, there was a very significant windstorm, probably one of the worst this park has seen. There was a lot of damage. I actually remember that year in particular. I was definitely younger, but I still remember it. This park here is definitely in sort of a windy area, so they must have to do a lot of regular maintenance to keep this open for the public. So in front of me here we have what they call a nurse tree. It's basically an old fallen tree that has become a nurse for smaller saplings. Hundreds of trees growing out of this one old fallen giant. I mean, you can see how busy these park rangers must be. I mean, this is just a constant battle here in this park. I do know that this park was actually donated by McMillan-Bloedel to become a provincial park. I'm not exactly sure of all the details on that, so I will definitely do a voiceover probably about now. H.R. McMillan, after years of refusing to consider public demands, finally in 1944 donated the 136 hectares of his company's timber holdings for the perpetual enjoyment of the public in recognition of the unique stand of trees. Another just hammer fir here. I mean, this is probably what I think is the biggest one in the park. This place is like a giant mud bog. So this here is actually a stump, and it's actually alive still. It's basically joined by underground networks to the other trees and parts of the forest. So here we actually have what they call a trillium flower. People make this giant deal about how sensitive these flowers are and how rare they are. I mean, I literally know spots where there are thousands of these things growing. The word on the street is that they take over 3 years to flower, but either way, it is against the law to pick the trilliums. So it should also be noted that this park is kind of strange in that a highway actually divides it in half. So I've crossed over the highway here, and now we are on to the lake side of the park. Definitely some big trees in here, but definitely not the size as the other side of the highway. So in the park here, all the walking trails they actually have, they are all one way. And the reason why is because it gets so busy here in the summertime that you can literally hardly walk through here. The lake side of the park, the trail is much more modern. It has a really nice boardwalk here that I've been walking. No mud, which is good. So in the background here is actually the beginning of Cameron Lake. Another just absolute monster here. They have definitely done a good job here creating this boardwalk. It's really nice. It's definitely fitting to the theme of an old growth forest. Sweet, the sun's coming out. Perfect. In the past, before they renovated this park, there used to actually be a trail along the far side of the river down to the head of Cameron Lake. That was one of my favorite fishing holes. Apparently they do not want you there anymore. Another thing that a lot of people don't realize about this particular river, this is actually the Cameron River, which actually originates at the top of Mount Arrowsmith. On your left, we have another giant root wad. It's actually double tree root wad. It's one of the biggest ones I think I've actually ever seen. It's just massive. Let's get a look at it from the other side. So here you're gonna notice some of these notches that are cut into this old stump. And the reason why these notches actually exist is back in the old days, when they actually first logged this, what they would do is they'd actually cut a spot with the saw into the log and actually use a board so they could stand on it and sort of get higher up the tree to get to where they actually wanted to cut the tree. So another thing I just want to talk here briefly is about the complete and utter absolute chaos that occurs here during the summer. So this park, like I said, is actually divided by a highway with a very small parking lot. And the problem we've had over the years is people just parking all over the sides of the roads, running across the highway like they're expecting people to stop. So what I propose they should do is actually just build a giant kind of up and over and down staircase across the highway. Make it out of cedar, make it fit the theme. Problem solved. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for sticking around till the end of the video. Just a bit of a sneak peek on the next video. Tomorrow I'm actually headed over to Denman Island. We're going to be exploring the island, doing some of the hikes, doing some beach combing, as well as searching for some fossils. If you like this type of content, consider subscribing to the channel. It's 100% free. If you like the video, give it a like. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.